Welcome back to the Central Iowa Area Showcase football game of the week here on Mix 94.5, or if you're listening online at yourfortdodge.com. We're here in Clarion as the Clarion Goldfield Dallas Cowboys take on the Hampton Dumont Cal Bulldogs. Clarion currently set up to see if they can get themselves into the end zone. No one able to get themselves up on the board yet, as number 7, Trenton Jurgensen, gets the handoff there. Looks like he gained about 5 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 5 as the Clarions are able to, as Clarion is able to get onto the Hampton side of the field, set up at the Bulldogs' 47-yard line. As I said, we're currently scoreless with about 6:40 left in the first quarter. Game between Clarion Goldfield Dallas and Hampton Dumont Cal. As Shane Conlon gets set up, pistol formation, to motion from the right side. Conlon takes the snap and hands it off. Looks like he's going to get swallowed up near the line of scrimmage by the Bulldogs line. We'll see if they ended up losing anything there. Trenton Jurgensen at the carry for the Clarion squad. And they're going to keep him at 2nd and 5 on the Hampton Dumont Cal 47-yard line as the Clarion team comes back up to the line of scrimmage. Conlon in pistol formation, 2 receivers on each side of him and a back behind him. It's a motion from the right side by a receiver over to the left. We're going to get a penalty flag shown. We can expect a false start. We'll see what we get for the call for sure, though. And we're going to get a false start on Clarion, so they're going to get marched back to about 3rd and 11 with about 5:45 left in the first quarter. Clarion going to be back on their side of the field at the 48-yard line as Clarion gets set up in their huddle with Hampton Dumont Cal eagerly awaiting. On the defensive side, Clarion coming up to the line of scrimmage. Conlon pistol formation and back behind him. 2 receivers on each side as he gets ready to take the snap. Some motion from the right side again by a receiver over to the left. So we've got 3 out there. Conlon taking a look to his left side, fires it over. And it's going to be nearly intercepted. It was intended for Mateo Martinez, but it was broken up by number 10, Ozzie Johnstone of the Hampton Dumont Cal Bulldogs. Just about came down with it. Looked like he was trying to hold it against his leg, but it fell down to the ground out of play. So it's going to be a 4th and 10 now with 5:20 left in the first quarter. Clarion on their own 48-yard line as they get set to punt. A couple of Bulldogs back as we have another booming punt by Clarion. It's going to be picked up by Jacob Martzon, it looks like, as he goes along the sideline. Looks like he got about 10, 15 yards on that return. He's going to be around the Bulldogs' own 35-yard line. Looks like we're going to get almost perfectly between the Bulldogs' own 30 and 35-yard line. We'll call that the 33-yard line. Bulldogs' own 33-yard line. With about 5 minutes left in the first quarter, still scoreless here in Clarion between the Bulldogs and the Cowboys. As the Bulldogs get set up again with number 8, Cal Heron. Pistol shotgun formation, takes the snap, he hands it off. We'll expect it to be to Max Odell, and it is. Looks like he might have gotten a couple of yards to place the Bulldogs now on their own 34-yard line, with about 4:50 and ticking here in the first quarter. Second and 9 with Heron, shotgun formation and back to his left. 3 receivers to his left and 1 to his right as Heron takes the snap, looks over to his left side, and it looked like he was just about able to connect with a receiver. It was intended for number 25, Malik Shunk, over on the left side, but Shunk couldn't haul it in. So now we'll have 3rd and 9 on the Bulldogs' 34-yard line as the Bulldogs get set up at the line of scrimmage for this 3rd and 9. Here in shotgun formation, 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, takes the snap, look to his right, look to his left, broke a tackle. We see a flag fly. Heron's going to keep it himself. Got to about the Bulldogs' own 40-yard line. As I said, though, we saw that flag so we'll see what we can get for the call. Kieran had, as I said, looked out to his left side to his single receiver that he had, and looked out to his right where he had those trips lined up. Decided to keep it himself, went up the middle, and then out to the right sideline. Would be close to a first down for the Bulldogs if that play stands. They'd be set up around their own 42, 43-yard line. The refs try and get everything straightened out before they go ahead and make that call. Looks like they may be waving it off as we get some chatter between the refs. And they're taking it back. Looks like it may have been a hold. We haven't seen a signal for sure yet. And it sounds like they're going to call it defensive holding, and it's going to earn the Bulldogs a first down on their own 44-yard line with about 4:15 left in the first quarter. Still scoreless here in Clarion. The Cowboys taking on the Hampton-Dumont Cal Bulldogs as we have Cal Kieran in shotgun formation, takes the snap, had two receivers to his left, one to his right, keeps it himself after the fake handoff, slowed down around midfield, went ahead and leaned forward as a couple of defenders took him down. Looked like he might have gotten 6 or 7 yards. They'll call it 2nd and 3 as the Bulldogs are able to get onto the Clarion end of the field on the Cowboys' 48-yard line. Set up with a 2nd and 3 as the Bulldogs get some communication. Cal Kieran communicating with his backfield with Max Odell in shotgun formation. Got it back to his right. Two receivers to his left, one to his right as we get some motion from the left side. Hands it off to Odell. And he gets brought down in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be a loss of 1 or 2 yards. So it'll be about 3rd and 5 now at midfield. Looks like they'll actually put it on the Clarion side of the field, the 49-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 4, as I said, on the Clarion 49-yard line for Hampton's 3rd and 4. With about 2:50 left in the first quarter, Cal Kieran shotgun formation, a back to his right, two receivers on each side of him. He drops back, looks out to Odell on the right side. He's got some pressure, tosses it, and he finds a receiver who's going to be brought out at the Clarion 35-yard line. Around there was to number 29, Jacob Martzon, able to pull in that for the now 2nd first down for the Bulldogs. They slowly march down the field with about 2.5 minutes left in this first quarter. Cal Kieran setting his offense up, and he's in shotgun formation, a back to his left, two receivers to his left, and one to his right as he takes the snap. A little bit of trouble with Odell, ran into each other on the handoff. Looked like Odell might have gotten a yard or two. We'll see where they get it set up there. As they said, Cal Kieran and Max Odell, a little bit of trouble with communication there as they run into each other. Looks like they'll call it 2nd and 10 again as the Bulldogs are set up on the Clarion 36-yard line. Cal Kieran shotgun formation, a back to his right, two receivers to his right and one to his left. It's going to be a handoff. And it looks like the Bulldogs might be able to find the end zone. Had a run there by number 25, Malik Shunk, who was able to find the end zone. Had some motion from the left side, came around, and was able to find the end zone for the first score in the game. It's going to be for the Hampton-Dumont Cal Bulldogs. Quite the run there by Shunk to put the Bulldogs up on the board first in Clarion. As I said at the beginning of the game, the Bulldogs still looking for their first win of the season, 0-3. Definitely good to get some momentum here in the first quarter with about 1:50 left. As the Bulldogs get set up for their extra point, and it looks like they're going to call it good. So now the scoring Clarion after the first score, Clarion and Goldfield Bows Cowboys 0, Hampton-Dumont Cal Bulldogs 7 with about, as I said, a minute 50 left in the first quarter. We're going to take a quick 30-second break, and then we'll be right back with your Central Iowa Area Showcase Football Game of the Week right here on Mix 94.5, or if you're listening online at yourfortdodge.com. So the Raptors, as I said, going to take over with their first drive of the second half on their own 35-yard line, just under 12 minutes, 11:55 after that return. The Manson Northwest Webster Cougars with the lead so far, 22-6 against the Ridgeview Raptors as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Xander Ernst, Raptor quarterback, looking to go under center. A couple of backs behind him. Two receivers out to his left as Ernst hands it off. Around to the right side goes Colton Butler. Butler might have gotten a yard or two on that carry. So we'll see 2nd and 8, it looks like, for the Ridgeview Raptors. 11:30 left in this third quarter. The Raptors on their own 38-yard line. As the Raptors go over the game plan in the huddle. 11:20 left in the third quarter now. Ticking 10 seconds on the play clock as Ernst goes under center. A couple of backs behind him. Takes the snap, hands it off. Looks like it was number 22, Brody Dietering on that one. Dietering might have gotten a yard on that one. Looks like they'll give him a couple. So about 3rd and 6. Just under 11 minutes in the third quarter. 22-6 to score with Manson Northwest Webster up against Ridgeview. Here in Holstein. 3rd and 5, 10:45 and ticking in the third quarter. As the Raptors come up to the line of scrimmage. Ernst under center, a couple of backs behind him. Ernst sends a man in motion in Harriman. And first down is picked up as we see a flag fly out as well. Carried by Dylan Wood there. He was able to get close to midfield. We'll see what the penalty flag is thrown for here. The officials do some chat. Personal foul, face mask against the Manson Northwest Webster Cougars. So that's going to give the Raptors even more of a field advantage. They'll be into Cougar territory now. They're going to put it on the 36-yard line of Manson Northwest Webster. So just under 10 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. As the Raptors get great field position in Cougar territory. 36-yard line, 1st and 10. As Ernst goes under center, a couple of backs behind him. Hand off to Dylan Wood. Wood tries to go around the left side. Looked like he might have gotten to the 35, possibly 34-yard line of the Manson Northwest Webster Cougars. And we'll see where they put it for sure as the Cougars get ready for either 2nd and 8 or 2nd and 9. And they'll put it right on the 35-yard line. So 2nd and 9, just under 10 minutes and ticking in the third quarter as the Raptors go over the game plan in the huddle now coming up to the line of scrimmage. Xander Ernst, quarterback, goes under center for the Raptors. A couple of backs behind him. This time looking at pass out to the right side. Just about able to connect with Cade Harriman. Would have been right on that 10-yard line of the Manson Northwest Webster Cougars. Might have even been able to get in the end zone, but off the fingertips. So it's going to be clock stoppage at 9:35 in the third quarter. 3rd and 9 for the Ridgeview Raptors on the Manson Northwest Webster Cougars 35-yard line. Raptors coming up to the line of scrimmage. Ernst going under center. Looking for this 3rd down conversion. A couple of backs behind him. The movement from Harriman from the right to left side. Takes a handoff. Fires it out to Harriman on the left side. And it looked like he hauled that one in. They'll call him inbounds. So they'll march it up. Going to be a short distance on this 4th down now for the Ridgeview Raptors. But still a 4th down conversion that you need. 4th and just about 2 with 9:30 left in the third quarter. The clock stoppage after the smarts by Harriman to get out of bounds. Stop that clock. The Raptors going over the game plan in the huddle, trying to keep this first drive of the second half alive. With Ernst going under center. a couple of backs behind him. Sends Harriman in motion from the left to the right. The handoff. And it looks like they're going to pick up the first down. Looks like it was Dietering. Dietering picks up that first down. Brody Dietering, who's in the backfield along with Dylan Wood, picked up that first down, gets close to the Cougar 20-yard line. Looks like they'll put it right on the 22-yard line of the Manson Northwest Webster Cougars as the Ridgeview Raptors come up after that fourth down conversion to continue their first drive of the second half. Ernst under center. A couple of backs behind him takes the snap, looking to pass. This one out to Harriman again. Austin Anlicker was all over Harriman on that play, just about picked it off himself, but there was enough interference from Harriman there to knock it away and at least keep this drive alive for the Ridgeview Raptors. The clock stops at 9:05 in this third quarter. Manson Northwest Webster up 22-6 against the Ridgeview Raptors as the Raptors are trying to get their second score of the night here. The Ridgeview Raptors go over the game plan in the huddle now, coming up to the line of scrimmage. Ernst under center, a couple of backs behind him. Harriman set up in the slot on the left side, motioned over to the right side. A hand off again to Dietering. And Dietering going to be brought down, looks like maybe for a loss. Brought down by John Shetler on the play of the Manson Northwest Webster Cougars. As I said, he was a tackle leader coming into the game tonight. So third down and 8 after Shetler gets the stop. Ridgeview Raptors trying to keep this first drive of the half alive and get themselves up on the board again, get some momentum heading into the rest of this half. Just under 8.5 minutes left in the third quarter with Ernst under center. This time looking to pass. Keeping it himself. Runs up the middle and runs out to the right sideline. Gets close to the 15-yard line of Manson Northwest Webster. We'll see where they put it for sure. They're going to put it, looks like on the 14-yard line of Manson Northwest Webster. So 4th and 3, 8 minutes and running in the third quarter. Manson Northwest Webster up 22-6 against Ridgeview Raptors. As the Raptors go over their game plan in the huddle, get set to come up to the line of scrimmage. Raptors with a crucial fourth down. Again, here they were able to convert on the last one. Just under 7:40 left in the third quarter. Ernst under center as we get a quick timeout from the Ridgeview Raptors. Score, Manson Northwest Webster 22, Ridgeview Raptors 6. We're going to take this quick 30-second timeout with them. Then we'll be right back with your Central Iowa Area Showcase Game of the Week here on Mix 94.5 and online at yourfordodge.com.